Hey, what's up, my little title tots? How y'all doing today? Well, baby, if you are Kylie Jenner, you have lost your MF mind. Y'all, what am I talking about? Kylie Jenner showed up on Fashion Week. Now, we already knew kind of what was happening, right? They need a tie to the industry that doesn't include Kanye West. Kim right now got a low because of what happened with Balenciaga. So Kylie is the new fashion girly. All right, I'll do a whole in-depth video about that. But baby, let's talk about Kylie losing her mind. Do you know that this woman, Miss Hate is wrong? How can we do that? This woman with two black children, this woman that used to have a black friend before she kicked her out, had the nerve to show up with a noose necklace from Givenchy. Now, before y'all come and be like, oh my God, it's not that serious. Shut up, dummies. Yes, it is. And if you don't see why it's serious, then I just go. Just leave the conversation. Everyone leave if you don't see why it's so serious. Y'all, let's talk about for the people that know. Okay, one, because there's layers to this stuff, and these layers are very, very sick. All right, but let's get into the article to give you a little context, and then we're going to go into why these layers are so sick. Kylie Jenner dragged for wearing disgusting Givenchy noose necklace. I know it's Givenchy. I'm not pronouncing it like that. That's my American accent. And also, I'm not giving respect for people that would disrespect so many cultures, well, my culture, and also disrespect people that are dealing with. Let's get into this. They said it's hard to keep up with Kylie's controversial outfit choices at Paris Fashion Week, mere hours after the shocking social media showing up at Monday's Schiaparelli haute couture show wearing an uncannily realistic lion's head dress. The makeup mogul started another online uproar by stepping out in Givenchy's controversial noose-inspired necklace. Now, let me just say this, right? The Schiaparelli tiger lion thing, I didn't see what the big deal was. If anything, I said, good for you. Because listen, if you want to, this is fashion. They walked down walked down the runway with bags that look like severed human heads. You can't be serious. The fact that craftsmanship made and again, please, if I'm wrong, please explain to me respectfully in the comments what I might be missing. But what I saw was, okay, it's a style, it's a look, it's very in poor taste, right? It's very morbid, but no actual animals were harmed in the making. Most of us cannot afford or want, for that matter, a real lion, panther, whatever head. And for those that do, they was getting that head whether we were showing it on the runway or not. I said this is actually, in my opinion, very masterful to show that if you do like the look of it, you can get a near replication. Again, explain to me what I'm missing in the comments, but let's get to the point. Let's talk about this necklace, okay? They're literally saying that Kylie also paired the problematic piece of jewelry which debuted in Givenchy's spring 2002 collection in October 2021 and caused a wave of criticism with a clingy electric blue dress and glittering pink boots, saying even if you took, okay, so let's get into this before we get into the comments of people dragging, because there's multiple layers to this. One, that necklace already caused controversy. In 2021, they were dragged for it. They were dragged for it. So you knew what you were doing. Let's look at the ugly layers. But two, you guys talk about all that mess that Kanye did. We stand with the Jewish people. We do this, we do that. You are you are white American with a black father of your children. You have two black. There is no one in America that is blind to the history of what that has in American history, what it was used for, who was targeted, and the fact that that is still, if you go to sundown towns or any place where there is overt racism toward black people, everybody knows what that means. Every single body. Everybody. Now let's actually explore that a little bit, shall we? Because again, if you're not American, black, and you don't understand, you don't need to. There's not one American person, black, white, or whatever. It is taught in history class. I know they're trying to take out critical race theory and all this other stuff, but as for now, Kylie, you knew. You can't escape it. It is called part of the darkest, most disrespectful, ugliest, filthiest, disgusting part of our history as a country. And this country has done a lot of ugly, filthy, disgusting things. Make no mention. Let's keep that on the table. But the same way that you can get mad and condemned and do this and that for symbols that Kanye were doing, that is Black America's version of this one. I'm not going to say because I don't want to get demonetized, but that is Black America's version of that. And for you to walk around in that is the equivalent of not even walking around with a W Lives Matter. No. Because that's offensive for that. But no, it's like walking around with a symbol of the Aryan nation showing up. And the sickest part is, what if you had 2 kids that were of J descent? The disgusting sickness that she would do this, that she would wear Black Americans' version of that. What does that tell you that's going on? Because let's delve into it, right? I saw this coming up, but let's just delve into this. Kim's fame is tied to Kanye. Kanye burned his fame up because he's like, baby, I'll make more. Now that remains to be seen, but that's the way he felt. I'll make more. It doesn't matter, right? Kim, not so much. Kim needs to glom onto people to make her own. There is nothing in this world that Kim has built by herself. Her image, Kanye bought that to her. Before that, Kris Jenner bought that to her. Even the tape that launched her career. Just follow me on this because I'm going somewhere. Even that tape that launched her career, okay? Kris Jenner was the mastermind behind that. Kris Jenner was the mastermind behind her image and keeping up with the Kardashians. Kanye bought her into being a fashion girly. Kanye bought her into being the most beautiful of all beautiful. Kim's a pretty girl, always has been, but come on, there's a million pretty girls. Kanye was in charge of that branding. He bought it to her. He was the muse, dressed her up like a doll, showed her how to look, not say too much, what to do. He even taught her, and we're going to come back to this, how to get the Black girlies mad, how to use controversy by offending the Black community for clicks and for views and to make it a big. Kanye taught the Kardashians that. Kanye taught the Kardashians that, and they ran with it. Skims, Emma Gerd bought Skims and made Kim the face, and because of that, she got ownership equity in it. And then she fought Emma Gerd out. But Emma Gerd was the one that bought Skims to her. Just like Emma Gerd got Good American to Chloe. Fine. Okay, get it how you live it. When you have money, but there has not been one thing that Kim has built on her own. Look at the law apprenticeship. Who did that for her? Oh, that's right. You didn't earn that on your own merit of going to college, sitting down for the LSAT, doing all this stuff. No. You had your rumored very close friend, Van Jones, take you under his wing, introduce you to various lawyers, and from your high-powered connections, they agreed to take you under their wing as an intern. So you don't have to go to traditional law school. They'll just take you. You look at her passing her first year law exams, which she likes to call the baby bar, but baby, it is your first year law exams. You did nothing special except in the fact that you got 3 bites at the apple before you passed. And first year law exams, if you pass your first fail, you get kicked out, and you can't even get another ABA, that's American Bar Association, another ABA accredited school to take you. So you have to go to an uncredited law school, which has its own things, okay? And we're not going to get into how that's inherently unfair. Let's just talk about what it is. I think it was the 3rd or 4th time she got a bite at that apple. She had the best tutors. She had the best money. She had this. Okay, but why did she pass? Oh, that's why. Because it was COVID. And because of COVID, they changed the rules for testing. Usually it's in like a place where you go and get tested. You got to put all your stuff in a plastic bag. You're not allowed to even have ID or lip gloss in your pockets. They do all this stuff with photo ID because I guess lawyers are big cheaters. It's so hard to get in to do anything in the bar exam. They are used to people trying to cheat and crack the system. So it's like you're walking into a maximum security prison. I'm surprised they don't do a full body scan on you. But what happened when Kim, and in those times that Kim took it, she just, listen, I'm going somewhere. In those times when Kim took the test, she failed it. But what happened with COVID? Oh, things changed. People couldn't sit for the bar. Where did Kim get her first year exams that time? That's right, in Van Jones' office. And who were the proctors, right? Who were the proctors? Oh, they were people that worked for that law firm. Your friends that Van Jones had introduced you to, and you got buddy. And magically, when the people that are, and you got to take it in a private room, nobody else was around you. So magically, when you didn't have to take it in a public area with proctors, proctors are people that administer, but they also walk around like they are prison guards to make sure that nobody's cheating, right? So when you had no proctors watching you, and when you didn't have to take it in a public place, and when you took it in a private law firm who was your friend, you magically passed. Third or first time's the charm, you know what I'm saying? Also, proctors are in charge of collecting your tests, checking to make sure that you didn't take any of the material. They say, oh, I'm gonna do the truth, right? They then take your answer sheet and the test, assemble it, and send it to be graded. All those people were people you're cool with, people that are your friends, no witnesses, and you magically pass. All I gotta say is, let's see if Kim passes the rest of her legal studies without a global pandemic. But what is my point in this? There's nothing that Kim has earned that hasn't been given to her. Those ties to the fashion community are directly through Kanye West. So what happens, right? You see, Kim got to lay low after that Balenciaga. She still hasn't been in Fashion Week. So who do they have? Kylie got to step up. Kylie is parading herself to the fashion girlies as, I'm the new Kim, it's me. And unlike Kim, who is getting later in life, baby, I got fed, forget what my face says. I got 15, 16, 20, 30 good years of this body, looking this good and this type of relevance. And I appeal to many cross demographics. So even though Kim is on the outs right now and nobody wants to go near her with a 10-foot pole because they don't want that Balenciaga pea ring stuff to get on them, Kylie's being paraded. Okay, now listen how deep this gets. So Kylie's being paraded around and she's showing, I can be the new girly. And she's showing that, unlike Kim, I don't have any connection to Kanye. I got just as many Instagram followers as Kim, maybe even more. I got just as much pull, I got just as much influence, I got just as much Kris Jenner, I got everything Kim has, except for I don't have the con of being tied to Balenciaga and the con of being tied to Kanye West. So I should be the next heir apparent to the fashion girlies that want to have a mainstream audience. Okay, so what did she do to make sure she got maximum attention to show the fashion girlies her power? One, she dropped a picture of her baby immediately. Okay, the Kardashians do, in my opinion, exploit the girl children and the boys they try to protect. But goddamn Ari, or if you're Lebanese Arabic, Dickie Scott had to come out and work for mama. Fine, they're your children, get it how you live it. And then she showed up with that Lions thing, but that wasn't enough for her because she wanted all this outrage. That wasn't enough for her because Peter didn't take the break. Peter said what I said. Okay, it's in poor taste, a little weird, right? I mean, I liked his whole collection. I actually thought it looked really cute. But what I'm trying to say is, it's in poor taste. Some people might find it a little weird. I didn't. I thought it was pretty. But she didn't get the reaction. She didn't get the shock. So let's not forget the one thing. What's the Kardashians' bread and butter? What's the one thing they've made their bread and butter on? Disrespecting Black culture. The cornrows. What? These are Bo Derek braids, and North begged me to wear them. It's funny how when Bo Derek braids, or as we call them, Fulani braids, kind of went out of style, right? For the mainstream, all of a sudden North stopped asking you to wear braids. It's funny how when box braids for grown women, you got eaten up and it wasn't your best look. It's funny how does North not ask you to do your hair like hers anymore? That's right. You were using, in my opinion, your daughter for an excuse. When they were cosplaying light-skinned Black women, when they were cosplaying, remember when Kim did a whole photo shoot dressed up as Naomi Campbell and Diana Ross? When they were doing all this stuff, that's what they do. They inhabit that area, right? For people that want to disrespect Black culture, not even give credit, appropriation. For you guys know, appropriation is not appreciating somebody's culture. Appropriation is knowing that if I do it, it's a problem and I'm disrespectful. I can't get the job. I'm ghetto. I'm this and that. But if you do it, oh my God, fashion icon, right? So you made your fame and all your money, and every time you needed publicity, you poked the bear, which are Black America, specifically Black women. Because there was even a lot of Black men that be on the Kardashian side being like, what's the big deal? Listen, you don't have to agree with me. That's what's going on. So isn't it odd that now that Kylie is positioning herself as the new Kim, and the Kardashians, because they just want to keep the money in the family, and Kim's losing relevancy, instead of just letting it go to someone else, let's kick it to Kylie and see if she can't do anything with it. So what is it? Kylie's also taking a play out of Kim's playbook and wearing a necklace that she knew is offensive, is a symbol of hate toward the Black American community. She wears that as Fashion Week to, one, show them that they're doing the same playbook of igniting Black rage. Again, you know how it's just like, oh my God, they love it. They love it because every time Kylie's talked about, every time, what do you hear? Givenchy, you hear this, you hear this, you hear this. It's all publicity for them. They don't care, right? Until it goes too far, like Kim's, the Balenciaga's thing. So you're showing not only one, you're willing to court controversy. You're willing to do the same playbook, which is poke at the Black woman community. And also the third part, you have to show them that like Kim, until Balenciaga got her caught up, those waves is nothing but noise. You can ride them up and down, and guess what? You'll always come out ahead. And look at all that publicity you got. The fact that she's using the news, even if you're not Black American, I think that we can agree, right? That even from people that, I'm not even gonna say it, but S prevention, right? Black American community, all that mess. Kylie has stepped in. And the fact that people are so simplistic that you look at Kim posting a picture and Kylie posting a picture as, oh my God, leave them alone. Kylie's not a broke 15-year-old Valley girl putting things to wear that don't. Kylie is a business. Please believe everything that they put on her was thought over, considered, weighed. This necklace was deliberate. You didn't get enough with the lion's head, so now you're going to the old Kardashian playbook. How do we know that it was? Because Givenchy already got in trouble for that. Givenchy in 2021 got dragged for this. You don't believe me? Let's get into this. Saying this Givenchy official necklace just came down the runway, steers dangerously close to that same territory. It really makes you wonder how no one noticed, but alas, history repeats itself. How did this go through? This is from Diet Prada. If you guys don't follow Diet Prada on Instagram, please do. She actually is, he, I don't know who they are, a trove. If you're into fashion and you're a fashion girly, just go to her site. You'll see everything I'm talking about. She even calls out designers when they steal from each other. She is a fashion historian. Listen, she does it all. She does highbrow. She gets in that. She has little snort. Listen, she's good. She's good. Anyway, she said, how did this go through several people before the show and everyone thought it was okay? Am I not surprised that activist and artist Kim Sierra, honestly, in which world is having a noose hanging on a girl's neck fashion? It's dragging us back to 1822. Do better, Matthew, both for the brand and the world. Young girls and guys don't need to see this at any stage, especially Paris Fashion Week. This was in 2021 where they got dragged for this, and I remember it was a huge uproar. So to say that Kylie Jenner, who was paid by brands, and every look is carefully curated, even down to her makeup and hair, just saw this, that looks clearly like a hate, looks clearly like the most disgusting, vulgar reference to the shameful past of this country, that already has the thing in your PR. And again, the levels of things that, and you put that on, it was on purpose. And you're taking a play out of Kim's book. I would say, y'all, let's ignore her. But this is the way you ignore the Kardashians. Because y'all think that just by turning the other cheek, no. Because there's a million people, it's just like, yes, queen, slay. No. The way you ignore it is by not showing pictures of the things they want to promote, but talking trash about them. You don't show pictures of the things they want to promote, but you talk trash about them. That's how you get to the Kardashians, because it's all the criticism with none of the payback. You guys, they are dragging Kylie on the internet as well as they should. And the fact that they think that they can do this, it's horrible, it's disgusting, it's whatever. You guys, let's read the comments and then I'll let y'all go. They said, even if you took out the racial history of that, there's a S side to it. It's wrong in so many ways. Another person said, this woman has Black children. This is so disgusting. It's not okay to just say she probably doesn't know. She needs to know. Again, the fact that, I'm not even going to get into it, but the fact that Black culture is so disrespected, that you can look at something that is a symbol of hate on Fashion Week and said, she just doesn't know. You need to know. And the fact that people think that just because you chose to procreate with somebody of darker skin, that you understand, that you care, and that you have the capacity to correct your disgusting ignorance. You're not even ignorance, lack of compassion, contempt for somebody else's, not just culture, but the painful things, the generational curses, where it's ridiculous. Anyway, they said, we're in this 2 years after it was shown on the runway, when our stylist knows how people felt about it is a choice, a really gross one. A third critic said, I had a close family member commit S-bite, and so it's a bit triggering on a personal level. I don't view this as fashionable at all. While others called on Kylie and her family to educate themselves on Black history, at this point, this is a marketing technique. They don't want to. And the sick part is they got Black kids that they're also probably going to give that same gene, right? Next is going to be put when those kids get older, putting them in the same type of necklaces. Because, right, whatever sells. Several wonder whether the mother of two might have picked this piece on purpose. They said, I think she's intentionally wearing things that will make headlines. She's doing this to incite rage. What else is there? She's doing this to incite rage and trauma. Somebody said that the selection is poor, and another writing, she's so out of touch. Listen, in 2021, I believe Givenchy, they seem to stand behind this design. Asked about the negative response to the accessory in 2021, the brand told The Guardian the house does not have an official response for this. Y'all, let me know what you think in the comments. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.